Hey everybody, it is Kimberly here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 8 dance terms that every dancer should know. Welcome to Free Dance Ministry Resources. If this is your first time viewing this channel or any video, this whole channel and all of our efforts go to providing you with resources, tips, tools, choreography demos, product reviews, warm-up stretch. Listen, anything that we can do to bless the liturgical dancer. So if you have never subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button below, and don't forget to hit the bell button as well so you can receive notifications. If you are watching this video on Facebook, then do me a favor and hit the like button on the video and on the page so we know that these types of videos are a blessing to you, and we'll keep pursuing them. So before I do the video, I wanted to do a health update. I want to thank all you guys for your prayers, for your support. In my last video, I talked about how I'm still recovering from surgery, and I still am. So I'm in my entering into my third week, and I'm feeling better. I'm recovering good. So I want to thank you so much for your prayers and for your support. All right, so let's get down to these terms. Let me just say, when I first started in dance ministry, I was an adult. Okay. So I've been in dance ministry for about 23 years now, probably like 23 years now. And I started as an adult. So that lets you know kind of like, but listen, when I first started, it was a little difficult because I underestimate what it was going to take, right? I thought that taking one class a week, 1 hour and half an hour a week was enough to get me to where I wanted to go, and it wasn't. I had to do personal study. I had to read articles. I had a dance devotion time every day. That was an hour. And when I was working a secular job, then it was during my lunch break. I would spend my lunch breaks, studying, reading articles, Christian and non-Christian, on just dance and dance concepts and dance terminology and dance philosophy, and anything that I can get my hands on so that I can grow in my craft and grow in my grace and my gifting and my call, right? So, but what I've learned is in teaching at Christ Center and being the artistic director is, unless you go to a higher ed and major in dance, some of these terms that I'm about to give you are a little foreign, and they are terms that we use regularly at the studio. And if you take dance classes on a regular basis, you probably know some of these terms. But for those of you that are just entering into dance ministry, listen, these terms are going to be helpful. So let me get my laptop. All right, so before we talk about these terms, let me just first say that these are not dance technique terms. All right, these are terms that I believe every dancer should know because they're going to help you in the realm and the world of dance and dance ministry. If you are interested in dance technique terms, for instance, ballet terminology, lyrical terminology, jazz terminology, I have an ebook that is actually now available. The ebook actually accompanies our online course that Christ Center has called Dance Terminology. So I'm offering just the book. It's 31 pages of dance terminology with a bonus of a page that talks about theater direction, placement on the stage. I'm offering that for $10. So listen, if you're interested in purchasing that, it's downloadable. It's an ebook. Once you purchase it, you'll at the checkout page, once you purchase it, you'll get a confirmation, and the download link is right there. You download it and it's yours. I would encourage you, if you are interested in learning more about, terminology, so that if you are taking dance classes, you can recognize some of the terms, or if you are teaching dance and just want to make sure that you stay sharp, then I would encourage you to download it. All right, to the terms. The first term I'm going to give you is called an 8 count. Now, most of you know that inner word of dance, know that most dance phrases, and that's going to be a term too, most dance phrases, which is just a portion of music or a portion of a song, right? Dance phrases, it's a piece of choreography, is counted in a count of 8 or a count of 4. Most music that we listen to is built on counts of 8 or counts of 4. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's one phrase. And 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right there, it was 3 counts of 8. 3 movement phrases. All right, so you, again, 8 count is the most familiar one. You may have a song that's in 3 counts, you know, 3 count, it could be 2 counts. It's really based off of the choreographer, but most dances are choreographed in an 8 count. All right, second is movement phrase, and I just gave that to you. I use that word so much. So a movement phrase, again, it's just a portion of music. It's a portion of choreography. So it can be a 4 count movement phrase. It's a portion, just like you have a sentence and you have phrases within the sentence or phrases within a paragraph. It's the same thing, movement phrase. Next, technique. Now, a lot of people know, you believe you know what this is. Some people are scared of this word. Don't be scared. Technique comes from the Greek word, which means skill. Basically, it's the ability to do something safely and effectively and efficiently, right? When you have the skill to do a particular movement, you know that you're doing it safely, right? You know that you're doing it with movement accuracy. You know that you're doing it correctly. That is so important, because if we don't have skill, as you continue to age and mature in years, you may find that because you were doing things incorrectly, your body has adapted and either your muscles are weaker, maybe your joints are injured, or there's a level of injury that your body has endured because of doing things incorrectly. So, technique. Next, improvisation. You probably heard that term. You probably use that term. The definition is, I'm going to read this. The act of composing, uttering, or executing or arranging anything without previous preparation. This is what I call a choreography technique, and that's going to be another upcoming video on, you know, terminology for choreography. So improvisation, again, it's doing it without previous preparation. Now that's different than spontaneous, which is our next word. Spontaneous, performed or occurring as of a result of a sudden inner impulse. See that? Sudden inner impulse or inclination without premeditation or external stimulus. It's spontaneous. You didn't have to be prompted. Nobody asked you to do it. In improv, somebody may ask you, I would like you to do an improv. True spontaneous dance comes from within. Amen. That's where most praise dances come from. The most authentic praise dances come from a place of spontaneity, right? This also is a choreography technique as well, because when you're building a motif in your piece and you're building choreography, you may need to dance spontaneously or have your dancers dance spontaneously to see what naturally comes out of them, and then withdrawing from that, from those results, or withdrawing from that time of dancing spontaneously and building your movement phrases. Next word, mark. You probably heard this word too. So we mark dances. So basically it's doing a dance with, not full out, less energy, but you're doing it so that you know where the body's supposed to go. So you do it for body placement. You do it for tempo, timing, to make sure that people are, if your piece has a lot of movement changes, some shapes forming, maybe things are repeated, then we know when this movement phrase comes. We mark dances a lot when we choreograph at Christ Center, and it helps for the the brain to recall and to remember choreography. All right. Next, levels. Some levels that there are some dances where you see people that are on the floor. That's one level. You may see them on their knees. That's one level. You may see them standing up. That's another level. You may see them either on their toes in releve or full or demi point. That could be a level as well. So this also is a choreography technique as well, because you could take the same piece of choreography, a same 8-count piece, right? 8 counts. And you can do it at different levels. You can do some on the floor, some on their knees, and some standing up, and have a beautiful, beautiful piece. All right. And my last term for you is dance musicality. CCD actually has a whole course in this. Dance musicality is how a dancer hears, interprets the music, okay? How they feel about it, how they hear it, how they interpret, how they dance to the music. What sounds are they hearing, right? Because when we choreograph, when we choreograph a dance, for those of you that are choreographers, you're not only listening to the beat. You might not be only listening to the percussion. You may be listening to the violin. There may be a particular vocalist that you choreograph to, that you build the choreography based off of, this particular sound, right? You don't just base it off of, the traditional highs and lows. So in dance musicality, the dancer learns to develop an ear to hear and to be able to recognize the sounds of heaven, most importantly. Amen. So listen, those are 8 terms that will help you, that will bless you, that will benefit you. Now, again, if you're interested in dance terminology terms, as far as, ballet terms, technique terms, ballet and jazz and lyrical, then you are able to download the new ebook that just came out today. The link is at the bottom. There's a donation of $10, and once you hit that button, then it's yours. Amen. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Look for other videos in 2020. We have some choreography definitions that are going to be rolling out to you. We have some choreography videos as well, and a few other things for you guys. So listen, if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, know that you're a part of our family. We are praying for you, and we love you. Thank you so much. God bless.